Welcome everybody to another edition of the PipeBomb with McCool Company. Mitchell McNeil, as we like to call him, in Broken Matt Hardy turns this out with a sickness, kind of dealing with some personal issues at home, so we hope he's doing well. This is the first here on the PipeBomb with McCool Company. Glad to take charge here as the longest co-host of this podcast, and usually we have our nice group of friends that come on and just talk and shoot the shit with us. It's not more of an interview style, but we've had a couple guests here and there over the past couple weeks. We've had JJ Blake, the champion of all the televisions from Booker T's Reality of Wrestling a couple weeks ago, so shout out to the good brother out there. And tonight, we're joined by a very talented performer. I'm pretty sure you've seen it if you're a Lucha Underground fan. His name is Marty The Moth Martinez. You could check him out on Lucha Underground on the El Rey Network every Wednesdays. There's a lot of interesting characters out there, but in the world of professional wrestling, there's nobody else that's more unique right now in the scene than Marty the Moth, and we welcome here on the PipeBomb with McCool Company. Marty, what's going on, my man?
Oh, just living the vida loco, as he used to say, which now is way more fitting when he says he's living a crazy life, because I'm Marty the Moth.
Marty, I know you also had some experience on Tough Enough, and maybe we can talk about that a little later on as the interview goes on. But for those that don't know about you, let the good fans of the Python know a little bit about your backstory.
A little bit about my backstory. I started wrestling. It's been fun. I kick a lot of people in the face every single weekend somewhere in the world. I started wrestling in Salt Lake City, Utah in 2003 over at UCW Zero. Worked my tail off. I was asked to be on WWE Tough Enough in 2011 with a guy named Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's cool. Then, because of me breaking myself on that show, I had the opportunity to become part of one of the coolest TV shows around, Lucha Underground. There's a quick summary of my life in the wrestling ring.
Now, obviously, not only with Tough Enough, but you also had experience working with, obviously, Chris DeJoseph and Eric Van Wagen, who also were producers on Tough Enough. Can you tell us a little bit about what you learned with working with those guys? Obviously, they don't go all the way to get famous and stuff. Obviously, they're behind-the-scenes producers and trying to make the best content for you guys, the performers out there. Talk a little bit about your experience working with Chris and Eric, and what have you learned from them?
Really, it's just been fun. We hang out like bros. Eric, really, a lot of his business is behind the scenes, stuff that I don't even get to see. I mostly just get to see him. You see how excited he is the whole time we're shooting. And before, while everybody's set up, he just walks around with a smile on his face. Again, most of the stuff he does is, make sure the show is produced. And most of that's done behind a door that's not really open to me to see or many other people to see. It's mostly on paper and sounds very, very boring to me. So, I don't get to see him work. But I do get to see Chris DeJoseph work. He is awesome when he is on show day. He is stressed and crazy and not a fun man to talk to. That's why I always go up and smack him in the butt. Cause you gotta smile when you work. But I love Chris DeJoseph. He is so, you can see the wheels turning. Even during rehearsals, he's always trying to make things work and, make some awesome storylines. So, Chris DeJoseph is a huge, how do I say this? He's awesome. I like him. I'll just go with that. He's a very, very creative man. He's got some sick thoughts because he writes what happens with Marty the Moth. So that's the mind it comes from if you take Marty the Moth is sick.
Mm-hmm. Marty the Moth, you're joining us here on the PipeBomb with McCool Company. You can check out the podcast on the NAI network, part of the New Age Insiders network. Little hyphen out there for those that don't want to type out a bunch of words at one time. I'm not alone here. I'm joined by my other co-host in the PipeBomb, Mr. B Rob. It's B Rob on Twitter. What's going on, good brother?
Bzzz. Remember, it's B Rob. You got two.
Yeah, that's great.
But yeah, sir, I'm just gonna jump right into it. There ain't no introduction needed for me. I'm on the show every freaking week. You're not. In addition to being a professional wrestler, you are also an actor. So as it goes, as far as Lucha Underground goes, as professional wrestling goes, and Lucha Underground goes, and as far as your acting career goes, which one are you enjoying the most at this current time?
Honestly, I love them both. I'm not going to say equally, but a lot of times very equally. Just get different reactions. Wrestling is live, film is 5 months down the road. But right now, and of course it changes a lot, but right now acting is kind of sticking out to me. It's more fun. I don't have to fall down and get kicked in the face. So that's a lot more pleasing to me.
As far as dealing with Lucha Underground, we know it's a more produced television show. It's almost like your CSIs or any other television show and everything. How is that, to you? How does that? How do you feel that translate on TV rather than just watching TNA or Global Force or WWE or anything like that?
So how is it different, or how is that for me? I love acting. So the scenes that we get to do with, when we do the vignettes in the back of the stuff that you're not doing in the ring, I love that part. I actually have been enjoying that, like I was saying earlier, more than the wrestling part, lately. And I hope I get to do a lot more of that. So, it's very much like Hollywood. We do scenes over like probably 15, 20 times from a single shot. It's just like filmed, just like you would on your most favorite TV shows, The Big Bang Theory, everything like that. It's filmed just like that using, I'm trying to remember, Skip Chiasen, as the director. He's won awards there in Hollywood. So it is a Hollywood production, and I love it.
Yeah, and thank you for dumbing down my question, because I'm not the type of person to do professional interviews like my man Josh here to my right as I look at you on my Skype screen. So I tend to ramble, hence the name. So bear with me.
Marty, you were talking earlier. Yeah, Marty, you were talking earlier about getting kicked in the face, and your boss Dario Cueto loves seeing people getting kicked in the face. I mean, there's so many different concepts that's been spewed around this show for the past 3 seasons, from Battle of the Bulls. I remember the Weapons of Mass Destruction match you had with Killshot. To now we have the Cueto Cup. It's like one thing tops the other with these tournaments, and not only singles tournaments, but also trio tournaments that you were involved as well. Talk about how it is to work under the temple, and describe the experience of working inside the temple, because obviously it's one of the most unique environments in the world of professional wrestling.
Really, I really think it is. It is one of the most specialized, most interesting environments to be at in wrestling. When you're in the temple, it's a whole other experience, and really the only thing I can really relate it to that people may understand is the old ECW arena back in the day. Because the fans in there were insane. They were packed into a place where you're pretty much inside of the person next to you. You're so packed in there like sardines. But everyone's having a damn good time and watching wrestling and freaking out over everything. So that is one thing that sticks up in my mind as far as, what's the closest I can make this relate to the ECW arena. And I never got a chance to go there, so that's kind of fun to be at the temple. The temple's my favorite place to work at, obviously. You've never been to the temple, get there, find a way.
Yeah, we haven't been down there, right? No, we haven't, but I'll say this is a guy who's had the honor of covering Lucha Underground since the beginning of the show. It's a must for me before anything happens, because I'm pretty sure sooner or later we're getting even more of an expansion for the company, and Lucha Underground's my favorite non-WWE related product out there. It's not me dissing WWE or anything, because I am a wrestling fan at the end of the day. It doesn't matter what company it is. But what you guys offer to the table is something special. And obviously there's a lot of wrestling out there, but the fact that you guys worry about what you're doing, and I think that's very important, because a lot of companies try to make a name out of themselves by trashing other companies, but you guys just focus on what you're doing. Do you see that too, or no?
Oh, absolutely. Why, if there's supposedly competition, why would you even bring up their names?
Exactly.
So let's just focus on what we're doing. And as long as all we got to make sure of, as long as we're not doing something very any sort of similar, or shit, my character. I'm sorry, I swear, but we have. So yeah, no, we're conscious of that, but we're just taking care of doing what we're doing because we have a lot more stuff that we can do because we're in that TV environment rather than a wrestling environment. So we can have people teleporting around. We can have freaking time travel. So we just keep doing what we're doing because we have way more stories we can tell.
Now, there's one specific lady on the show that we'll get to later on towards the end of the interview, but I'd like to talk a little bit about your working experience with your sister, Mariposa. She's a very talented performer, just like yourself. I haven't seen her a lot that much in season 3, but I think you've been having one of the most breakout performances so far. Obviously, you're there from the beginning, but talk a little bit about your working relationship with Mariposa.
She's great. Melissa's an amazing girl. She's a great wrestler too, and it's fun because me and her, we have the same attitude as far as let's do whatever needs to happen to make the performances the best we can. So we'll throw each other back and text messages back and forth, the most sickest and worst possible thoughts and things that we could do to people as the Moth character. So we're just trying to see who can creep or disgust each other. So the text messages between us is great to kind of see the morbidity of that. And that's what I love about her is that we can work together, we can throw ideas out there, and she's willing to listen. She's giving out ideas. I love working with Melissa, honestly.
Rob? And
I wouldn't be me if I didn't ask you this question. Josh kind of alluded to it before he asked you what he just asked you, but what Melissa Santos' hair smell like?
Heaven wrapped in heaven.
Oh. With a little side of heaven dessert.
Yeah, I'm straight with the side of Melissa Santos on the side.
Man.
Hey. Yeah, no, I love giving her crap. I'm going to break her one of these days. And we're going to have some fun, coming up here in the future on Lucha Underground, but somebody there doesn't know because they're not caught up.
Yeah, Josh, you're not caught up.
Actually, I am caught up. Last time I saw Marty, he was literally stabbing Phoenix with a fork.
Don't piss me off.
See, and that's another thing. Even though I don't have conventional means to watch season 3 right now, everything that I've seen via social media, i.e., my Instagram, i.e., my Twitter account, or whatever method of social media that I get my wrestling information from, it's all about Marty the Moth and what the fuck he's doing right now. So it's not like, I'm missing the full-length episode. I'm missing Johnny Mundo and all those other people. Irrelevant because they're not on the fucking show. So, I'm up to date in spirit because anytime I see somebody
up to date in spirit, that's like getting a medal for attempting to play the game. Caught up in spirit. What is this?
Hey, well, in spirit, you've been to my house and you're in my house right now via audio form. So,
well, that's called magic.
Yes,
technology nowadays is straight up. I love sci-fi, so I'm actually watching Arrow as we speak. And I always wonder about when you bring someone from the 1800s to now, everything would be magic. A microwave, it's heating things. There's people trapped inside this box. Yeah, that's totally random, but I always wondered what the heck people would think when they come up here and I have no idea what any of this technology stuff is.
If you could go back to any era of wrestling, what time frame would you go into?
Me to work in or have him watch?
No, for you to freaking wrestle in.
Wrestling. Ooh. See, I think right now we're going to be in the next big era of wrestling. So I'm quite curious to how this is going to go. So I don't want to go backwards and use up my answer until I see what's coming up right now. I think these next 5 years are going to be pretty hot on the independent scene and all whatever levels you have as far as rankings on your professional wrestling levels. I feel like it's going to be a great 5 years for wrestling.
See, you gave a me answer because I'm not the one that I respect the past for what is brought to the future, but I'm ready for the next thing. The Lucha Underground is that next evolution in professional wrestling, and I'm excited as well to see what the future holds. It's not as far as just Lucha Underground, but professional wrestling as a whole. So thank you for giving me a me answer to my question. So it's like I answered the question in your voice.
In spirit, as you said.
In spirit or magic, either or.
And Marty, what do you listen to while you're working out or getting ready to go to these bevy of indie promotions when you're busy on the weekends?
Melissa Santos announced his name.
That's on speed dial.
Actually, I listen to depending on my mood, I listen to everything from Backstreet Boys to freaking Killswitch Engage. Just because sometimes I want to have fun when I'm working out, and sometimes I want to just rock out and be as hard as I can, and that tough guy thing. So, I listen to that, and if it's a wind down workout, I'll listen to movie soundtracks. Of course, they're all superhero soundtracks because I always wanted to be a superhero, and I think that's what Lucha Underground does anyway. But yeah, I have a wide variety of music depending on my mood.
We're talking to Lucha Underground Star Marty The Moth Martinez here on the PipeBomb with McCool Company on the NEI Network. Marty, have you heard anything as far as when is the release date for Ultima Lucha Tres? Because I know the season's already taped, but do you have any idea when the season finale is going to be?
Well, I believe we have 14, 15 more episodes or so.
Oh, okay. Even better. Yeah, I've been enjoying the season so far, so I wasn't sure because they had their little promo about Rey Mysterio and Johnny Mundo. I was like, damn, the season's already ending?
I think we at least have 10 episodes. But I think a couple weeks ago it was about 14, so it's round. We're in the double digits, I believe.
Nice.
So we got some shows left over. And be ready if you're caught up, obviously, but be ready because these next 10 episodes are insane. When we get to Ultima Lucha Tres, and let's see, where does that make it? So 10 weeks from now, October-ish?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So I'd say around there is when you'd be seeing Ultima Lucha Tres.
So goddamn it, I'm gonna have to upgrade my cable package so I can get motherfucking El Rey. I can watch season 3. I can cancel that shit till season 4 come back.
You better. You maybe see that on Daily Motion the next day, right? I mean, that's what I heard. On the street.
What's that other website? Desi Rules or something, right? Rob, Desi Rules. I think that's another one of those.
I guess. I wouldn't know anything about anything illegal.
Yeah. Marty, let me ask you this. As I talked about when I did the intro for you, we know about how unique your character is, and I feel with the cool thing with Lucha, it's like a big psychological warfare. Because just when I think you're batshit crazy, I see Katrina popping up on my screen, and then we see Vampiro who can't decide who he wants to represent, and then we got Dario Cueto. Who, besides yourself, who do you think is the most demented person on the Lucha Underground roster?
Ooh, demented? Okay. I'm going to have to go with Vampiro. Because if you're going to make a character crazy, let's might as well go to a crazy person. Vampiro's crazy, and it's a good crazy. But I would have to go with Vampiro as far as demented on the Underground. Pentagon's cool.
Yep.
Vampiro's demented. And Puma's talented as crap.
Yeah.
But Vampiro's the crazy one.
What's that dude like behind the scenes? King Ricochet, Prince Puma.
Very nice. But he's very chill. Just like you expect him to be. Yeah, so he's just so smooth in the ring, though. But in real life, he's smooth as hell too.
I mean, it just seemed like I'll be back there catering or some shit, and he just damn cut a backflip over the table to pick up a bagel just for no reason.
Actually, that'd be more of a Son of Havoc kind of thing that would happen, honestly. Son of Havoc just throws himself around. When he was on Tough Enough with me, he just bounced around like crazy. Just like pretend the lava was, before it was lava. and just knock out your guy, just do a bunch of flips. So some had more likely to do that random flips to grab a spoon.
Outside of acting and wrestling and acting as a wrestler and everything, what other things that you got your fingers into?
Well, I was a stockbroker until actually a week and a half ago. I retired, boom shaka freaking vodka, and I opened up a supplement company, and I've been getting supplements out to people, so making people feel good. So I'm pretty much doing something at all times still, so it's fun though. So supplements, I stopped stockbroking, but I used to do that up to 2 weeks ago, and acting and the rest of it. So, but I do have a supplement company in case you guys need supplements. But that's really what I spend most of my time doing now at this point, besides acting classes.
Plug away, sir. I mean, you talk about these supplements. I like names and locations to purchase said supplements. Is it by legal means or illegal means? How are we supposed to get these things?
Very legal means. You can go to my website, martincasaus.com, and you can go, actually just click on the supplements tab. It'll take you right there. I don't say this a lot. I had some crazy health issues, and, well, not a little details. I had some crazy health issues for the past, decade. And this is the only thing that makes me able to fly 14 hours across the world, kick somebody in the face, feel good about it, and then fly back and feel totally good. I can sleep well, I can stay awake, and my knees aren't killing me, and stuff that hurt in the ring don't hurt me as much. They still hurt, because sometimes the ring stuff is crazy, but this stuff makes me feel good. So go to martincasaus.com/strength, and you'll see me. So I appreciate you letting me do a plug there.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple more minutes here with Marty the Moth Martinez from Lucha Underground. I have something that's been on my mind over the past couple weeks because, Marty, I'm aspiring to get into business as a commentator. I never wanted to be like a booker or anything like that. I don't act like I know what's going on and all this other nonsense that you see on social media. I just watch the shows for what they are. And whenever I watch Lucha Underground, I feel like I'm going to commentating school because Matt Stryker just litters off all the tools all at once. It's kind of crazy. But as a performer, when you're watching these shows back, do you ever notice like when the announcers get a move wrong? Like you guys are setting up the match in the back, but sometimes as the show's going on, maybe it just goes over somebody's head. Do you ever notice when announcers make mistakes when you're making your own moves in the ring and stuff?
After when I watch it back, of course, yeah. When they make a mistake on commentary or they say something ridiculous, I definitely get it goes to get excited and laugh about it. But again, I don't see it till 4 months later my match, and when I get to see it on Lucha at this point. Yeah. But Stryker is very, very fun with some puns that he has.
Oh yeah, I love puns.
So I noticed.
Can't deny his passion, man. It's same, man. It fires me up, man. Sometimes I wish Lucha's longer, but that's the charm about it. You want more after the show's over.
Exactly. I don't think I've heard many people say I want more after 3 hour Raw.
No.
The only thing more
but also at the same time, nobody's forcing you to sit down on your couch for 3 hours in 2017.
True. Well, the only thing
I feel like people have very, very short attention spans at this point.
The only thing I say I want more of after watching the 3 hour Raw is sleep.
I want more sleep.
Sleep, damn it. Marty, one last thing before we let you go, Marty. For those that don't get the opportunity to catch the show on El Rey Network or go off the shows on Netflix and iTunes, tell us a little bit more about Lucha Underground and why people should give it a chance.
Well, like I was saying earlier, we can go a lot more places in stories. So, anyways, difference between Lucha. We can do so much more as a TV show that has professional wrestling in it. We have a time traveler. We have someone who literally can teleport. I could go around torturing people. We have everything from the very grounded to literal dragons wrestling in the ring. So this isn't just a wrestling show. we also have an overlying story with Dario Cueto, and you're about to see a whole lot more on a bigger scale. So I would just say watch it, give it a couple episodes, because this is more than just a wrestling show. This is a TV show that has some really cool shit in it.
Yeah. Not literal shit, though, because that would be nasty.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. That Vinny Vasaro, I don't know, sometimes after those pizzas, I don't know, it looks like he just came out of the bathroom.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Robin, anything before we let Marty go?
Yes, before you go, since you've been to my house in audio form, cool, and we buddies, and you're the most interesting man in the world, fuck the Dos Equis guy, why don't you go ahead and slide me Melissa's phone number, man, you know, just for research purposes. Just put it in my DMs.
What are your DMs? I was just going to tell it to you right now.
Okay, I'll stop the recording. Okay, go ahead.
It's 435. You wish.
That's true.
That works.
As Conan would say, that's tremendous. All right.
Tremendous. Yay! Just kidding. That was a lame ass joke. Yeah, he's sliding that to you.
I know. I'm missing.
Where's the shot?
I know. Hey, man, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Shot locker. I agree.
All right, Marty, it's been an honor and pleasure to have you on the podcast. Hope we can have you back on sometime in the future. Let the good people out there know where they can find you on the world of social media.
In the lovely world of social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. All of them are Martin Casaus. This is the username on all of them. So, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at Martin Casaus. If you don't know how to spell that, Google Marty the Moth and my pretty face will pop up. So write me messages, follow me. I do get back, and I will write back personally. I do sign back and get something back to all the fans who send me a message. So send me a message and say what's up.
Yes, this is true. Look at what we're doing now.
I mean, exactly. This is an example of round 2 of what happens when you write me a message.
Yes.
All right, Marty Moth, thank you so much for coming on here on the PipeBomb with McCool Company. We're going to catch you on the rest for season 3. Continue to kick some ass. Obviously, I'm pretty sure things will get more tense between you and Phoenix as the weeks go by. But like you said, man, it's exciting times for Lucha, and sooner or later we'll have you back here on the PipeBomb.
All right, fantastic. Well, thanks for having me on, guys. Have a good one.
You too.